Let's have a heard. Once Buddha Shakyamuni, the word one, was traveling throughout the various lands to teach and compose the people. When he arrived in Vaishali, he rested under the tree of music, accompanied by 8,000 great bhikshus, an immeasurably great assembly, including 36,000 great Bodhisattvas, as well as kings, great ministers, Brahmins, laymen, and women, the 8 times the divinities and other human beings, gathered respectfully around the Buddha as he preached the Dharma. At that time, the Bodhisattva Manjushri, prince of the Dharma, receiving the awesome spiritual power of the Buddha, rose from his seat, adjusted his robe to bear his his shoulder, and knelt on his right knee. He bowed deeply and with palms joined, respectfully addressed the Buddha. One on one, then please request you to explain the various names and titles, the great past vows, and the superlative virtues of Buddhas, so that those who are listening to you will be freed of karmic obstructions, while in the future sentient beings in the Dharma civilization will also derive great benefit and joy. The Buddha praised the Bodhisattva Manjushri, saying, Excellent, excellent Manjushri. Out of great compassion, you have urged me to explain the names and titles, merits and virtues, and past vows of the Buddhas in order to liberate those who are bound by karmic obstructions and bring benefits, peace, and joy to all sentient beings in the Dharma civilization. Now listen attentively and reflect very carefully upon what I'm about to say. The Bodhisattva Manjushri replied, So be it, what honor one. We will joyfully listen to whatever you wish to teach. The Buddha then said to the Bodhisattva Manjushri, East of this world, past countless Buddha lands, more numerous than the sons of the grains of the sun in the 10 Ganges rivers, there exists a world called pure lapis lazuli. The Buddha of that world is called the missing Buddha lapis lazuli, radiant Tathagata Arhat, the perfectly enlightened, the perfect man and dead welcome, knower of the world and surpassed being, Tema, teacher of gods and men, Buddha was one. Manjushri, when the amazing Buddha was treating the Bodhisattva path, he solemnly made 12 great vows to grant sentient beings whatever they desire. First great vow, I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme perfect enlightenment, brilliant ways will shine forth from my body, illuminating infinite countless boundless realms. This body will be adorned with the 32 marks of greatness and 80 auspicious characteristics. Furthermore, I will enable all sentient beings to become just like me. Second great vow, I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, my body inside and out will radiate far and wide the clarity, far and wide the clarity and flawless purity of lapis lazuli. This body will be adorned with the superlative virtues and dwell peacefully in the midst of web of light. More significant than the sun or moon, the light will awaken the minds of all beings, and dwelling in darkness, enabling them to engage in their pursuits according to the wishes. Third great vow. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, I will, with infinite wisdom, skillful means, provide all sentient beings with an inexhaustible quantity of goods to meet their material needs, they will never want for anything. Fourth great vow. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, I will set those who follow heroic ways upon the path of enlightenment. Likewise, I will set those who follow the Shreveport and practical Buddha ways onto the Mahayana path. Fifth great vow. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained the supreme enlightenment, I will help all the countless sentient beings who cultivate the path of morality in accordance with my Dharma to observe the rules of contact to perfection in commodity with the three root perceptions. Even those guilty of disparaging or violating the precepts will regain their purity upon hearing my name and avoid descending upon the evil path. Sixth great vow. I vow that in future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, sentient beings with imperfect bodies whose senses are deficient, who are ugly, stupid, blind, deaf, mute, crippled, handicapped, leprous, insane, or suffering from various other illnesses, will, upon hearing my name, acquire well-formed bodies endowed with intelligence, with all senses intact. They will be free of illness and suffering. Seventh Great Vow. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, sentient beings afflicted with various illness, with no one to help them, no one to turn, no physicians, no medicine, no family, no home, all destitute and miserable, will, as well as my name pass through the years, in the years, be relieved of all the illness, with mind and body peaceful and contented. They will enjoy home, family, and property in abundance, and eventually realize and surpass supreme enlightenment. Eighth great vow. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, those women who are extremely disgusted with hundred afflictions that before women, and wish to abandon their female form, will upon hearing my name all be reborn as men. They will be endowed with characteristics of Buddhas and eventually realize and surpass supreme enlightenment. Ninth great vow. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, I will help all sentient beings escape from the demon's night and free themselves from the bonds of heretical paths. Should they be caught in the thicket or wrong views, I will lead them to correct views, gradually inducing them to cultivate the practices of Bodhisattvas and swiftly realize supreme perfect enlightenment. Since great vow, I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, those sentient beings who are shackled, beaten, imprisoned, condemned to death, are otherwise subject to countless miseries and humanities by right decree, and was suffering in body and mind from this oppression. It only held my name to be free from all these afflictions, thanks to the awesome power of my merits and virtues. 11th great vow. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained the supreme enlightenment, the decision beings who are tormented by hunger and thirst to the point of creating evil karma in their attempts to survive, should succeed in hearing my name, reciting single-mindedly and hold fast to it. I will first satisfy them with the most exquisite food and drink, and ultimately it is through the flavor of the Dharma that I will establish them in the realm of peace and happiness. 12th great vow. I vow that in a future life, when I have attained supreme enlightenment, if sentient beings who are actually destitute, lacking clothing, to protect them from mosquitoes and flies, heat and cold, and not suffering day and night, should human and reciting single-mindedly and hold fast to it, their wishes will be fulfilled. They will immediately receive all manner of exquisite clothing, precious adornments of flower garlands and incense powder, and will enjoy music and entertainment to their heart's content. Manjushri, these are the 12 sublime vows made by the old medicine Buddha Lapis Lazuli radiance Tathagata Arhat, the perfectly enlightened when he was cultivating the Bodhisattva path. Manjushri, as to the great vows made by the medicine Buddha while he was following the Bodhisattva path, as well as the merits, virtues, and adornments in his Buddha land, I cannot possibly describe them all, not even if I were to speak for a year or more. However, this Buddha land is utterly pure. You will find no women, no evil past, no evil crisis of suffering there. In this land, the ground is made of lapis lazuli. The boundaries are demar- de- demar- demar- demarcated. Demarcated.
Demarcate.
Demarcate. Demarcate. The boundaries are demarcated with golden cords. Golden cords and the towns, towers, palaces, pavilions, as well as the balconies, windows, and draperies, are all made of the seven treasures. The merits, virtues, and adornments of this realm are identical to those of Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land in the West. In this land dwell two great Bodhisattvas, universal solar radiance and universal lunar radiance. Among these countless Bodhisattvas, there are the leaders among the countless Bodhisattvas that the leaders, each in turn will succeed the medicine Buddha and succeed to his true Dharma treasury. For this reason, Manjushri, all devout men and women should vow to be born in this land. Buddha Shakyamuni then told the Bodhisattva Manjushri, the recension beings who cannot tell right from wrong, they are gradient beings, do not practice charity and do not understand the rules of generosity. They are ignorant and intelligent, like in their foundation phase. They are mass riches. They are much riches when they occasion behold. Moreover, they come across anyone seeking charity, they become annoyed. They first to give, they feel as much pain and regret as if they were parting with their own flesh. Moreover, there are also countless sentient beings who are miserly and avaricious. They spend time amassing wealth, while not willing to spend it even on themselves, let alone on parents, spouses, children, servants, or beggars. Upon the days these persons will descend onto the path of hungry ghosts or animality. However, even though they may suffer such a fate if in a previous existence in the human realm, they happen to hear the name of the Medicine Buddha and now recall and recite his name. Even briefly, they will immediately vanish from the evil path to be born, one more among humans, to be born once more among humans. However, they will remember their stay on the evil path and dreading their past suffering will cease to wallow in worldly pleasures. They will gladly practice charity themselves, praise others who do so, so so no longer be stingy. And also eventually they will even be able to donate their head, eyes, limbs, blood, flesh, or other parts of their bodies to those who need them, not to mention mere material uh, positions, moreover magician. The essential beings who have accepted the teachings for the select have validated the precepts, moral rules, or they have not violated the precept but have broken the regulations. Also, while they have not violated neither the precepts nor the regulations, they have disparaged right views, or they have not disparaged right views but have abandoned extensive study of the Dharma, and thus cannot explain the profound meaning of the sutras preached by the Buddha, or else, although they may be learned, they will be learned to have grown conceited because conceit clouds the minds. They believe that they are in the right and others in the wrong. Therefore, they deprecate the correct Dharma and ally themselves with demons. Should such deluded persons not only follow wrong views themselves, they also lead countless other sentient beings into the same great pitfall. These sentient beings are bound to wander, they want endlessly on the path for of hare animality and hungry goats. Yet, if they should succeed in hearing the name of Medicine Buddha, they will abandon the evil contact for ways to cultivate wholesome ways, and thus avoid descending upon the evil path. Even those who cannot abandon evil practices or cultivate wholesome teachings and thus descend down to the evil path can still benefit from the awesome power of the Medicine Buddha's past vows. If through this power, they should bear his name even briefly, the lives on the evil path will end and they will be born again in the human realm. They will hold correct views, diligently pursue their practice, and tame their minds. They will then be able to abandon the home life to become monks or nuns. They will uphold and start the Dharma of the Tathagatas rather than disparaging and violating it. With great views and extensive study, they will fathom the extremely profound meaning of the teachings of undaunted conceit and cease to disparage the Greek Dharma. They will no longer have demons so as companions, but will gradually cultivate the practices of the service and swiftly perfect them. Moreover, Manjushri, the recitation beings who are avaricious, envious, jealous, and accustomed to praise themselves and accustomed to praising themselves and disparaging others. The bound to sink onto this river past suffering intense misery for countless thousands of years. When this intense suffering comes to an end, they will be born in the human world as oxen, horses, donkeys, or camels. Camels often beaten and mistreated. They will suffer hunger and thirst and constantly travel along the road carrying heavy loads. learns. If they succeed in retaining as human beings, they will be among the poor and lonely, always serving others, constantly receiving orders, never being free. However, if any of them in a former incarnation as a human being, having heard the name of Medicine Buddha, and as a result of this good cause, and now remember and systematically take refuge in him, they will sense to the Buddha's spiritual power to give all suffering. Their senses will be sharp and they will be wise and learned, constantly seeking the supreme teachings. Supreme teaching mean and the supreme teaching and meeting with Buddha's Bodhisattvas. They will break forever through marvellously, smash the shell of delusion, drive the river of afflictions, and thus keep a worry and suffering of birth, old age, disease, and death. Moreover, magicians, there are sentient beings who love to quarrel, create skins and engage in legal disputes. They constantly make themselves and others suffer, creating and increasing all kinds of evil karma with body, speech, and mind. They plot against one another without mercy, while invoking the spirits of mountains, forests, trees, and tubes. They kill sentient beings and use their own flesh and blood to propitiate the yaksha and raksha demons. They may take advantage of various evil or deviant methods to harm others. However, if the victims succeed in hearing the name of Medicine Buddha, none of these evil practices can harm them. Moreover, if one concerned will develop compassion minds in them for to benefit and bring peace and joy to others. They will abandon their harmful thoughts and their angry, spiteful minds, and all parties will be happy and satisfied with what they have. They will cease to encroach upon others, but will instead seek to benefit one another. They will cease to encroach upon others, but will instead seek to benefit one another. Benefit well not moral from judiciary. Within the full-fledged assembly, the bhikshus, bhikshunis, obstacles as well as among other human and non-humans. Non-human pure faith, there are those who are able to adhere to the air precept for 4 years or for 3 months a year. Dedicating these good rules toward reposing the Western line, Pure Land of Amitabha, the Buddha of infinite life, so as to listen to the great Dhamma. If their repose in the Pure Land is still uncertain, then they hear the name of what Medicine Buddha. Well, Medicine Buddha, then, at the time of days, 8 great Bodhisattvas, namely, Manjushri, Avalokiteshvara, Mahashabhava, Akshayamati, Rana Kanda, Bashaya, Raja, Bashaya Sambhadra, and Maithura will transfer space and descend to show them the way. They'll upon be born spontaneously into the flowers of many hues. Moreover, there are those who are born in the celestial realms thanks to hearing the name of Medicine Buddha, despite their birth in the celestial realms. Their good rules are still not exhausted, and thus they will not be born again on the evil path. When their lifespan in the celestial realms comes to an end, they may return to human world as well-turning kings, ruling over the 4 continents around Mount Shumira. With awesome virtues and ease, they will set countless hundreds of thousands of sentient beings onto the path of the 10 virtues. Or else such persons may be born as Kashya, the military ruling class of Brahmins, a layman of great families with abundant wealth and overflowing granaries and storehouses. They will be endowed with noble features, numerous family members and retainers, as well as intelligence, wisdom, bravery, vigor, and imposing demeanor of a great hero. Likewise, if there is any woman who hears and single-mindedly hold fast to the name of Medicine Buddha, she will never again be born in female form. When Jishri of the Medicine Buddha attains supreme enlightenment, he realized by virtue of his past vows, the sentient beings who endure the various diseases, some were the targets of black magic of various poisons, while others suffered short should long so untimely days. At that time, seeking to put an end to these miseries and fulfill the desires of sentient beings, he entered the samadhi called eliminating all the suffering and afflictions of sentient beings. Once he entered that samadhi, a brilliant light shone forth from his owner as he uttered the great dharani. As soon as the Medicine Buddha in his radiance had uttered this dharani, the entire cosmos rumbled and shook. Brilliant lights shone forth all along all sentient beings to escape disease and suffering and enjoy peace and happiness. Manjushri, if you come across any man or woman suffering in this, you should constantly cleanse him, bathe him, and rinse his mouth. You should single-mindedly recite this dharani 108 times on his behalf. Always food, medicine, and water from which insects has been removed. Once he has consumed the food or drink, his illness has ended and suffering will disappear. If the patient has a particular wish and single-mindedly recite this dharani, his wish will be fulfilled. He will be free of disease, enjoy a long life, and at least be born in the realm of the Medicine Buddha. He will then be beyond the regeneration, eventually realize Supreme Enlightenment. Therefore, Manjushri, any man or woman who single-mindedly reverses and respectfully make offerings to the Medicine Buddha should constantly recite this dharani, never letting it out of his mouth. Moreover, Manjushri, upon hearing the various names of the Medicine Buddha, like his lesbian radiance Tathagata Arhat, the perfectly enlightened man and women of pure faith should recite and hold fast to this name. Each morning at dawn, having bathed themselves and cleansed their teeth, they should make offerings of fragrant flowers, incense, perfumes, and various kinds of music before image of this Buddha. Furthermore, they should copy this usual have others do so, as well as single-mindedly recite it and listen to explanations in meaning. They should offer all these necessities of life to the Dharma masters who teach their future, making sure they lack nothing. In this way, devout men and women will be under the protection of the Buddhas, all their wishes will be fulfilled, and they will eventually realize supreme enlightenment. The Bodhisattva Manjushri then respectfully addressed the Buddha, O One. I vow that in the Dharma semblance age, I will use every skillful means to help men and women of pure faith heal the name of Medicine Buddha. Medicine Buddha. Even in the sleep, I will work in their consciousness with the name of this Buddha. And one, if any different persons should read, recite, and uphold this future, or lecture upon it, explaining its meaning to others, or copy it, or have others copy it, or if they should pay it the utmost reference, adorning it with fragrant flowers, perfumes, incense, powder, and sticks, garlands, necklaces, banners, canopies, dance and music, and protecting it with various previous multicolored clothes. And if they should prepare a clean site, erect a high altar and place the statue upon it, the four great celestial kings, their retinues, as well as countless hundreds of thousands of other divinities, will thereupon proceed to this place to make offerings and guard their future. What on one wherever this treasure of sushi has spread and there are people capable of holding it. You should know that thanks to the Medicine Buddha's past vows, his virtues and the power of his name, the place will be free of untimely days. In that place, there will no longer be evil demons or spirits to sap the vital energy of the people. Even if there were, these devout men and women would recover, enjoying good health and peace of the mind. The Buddha then spoke to the Manjushri, so be it, so be it. Manjushri, it is just as you say. If men and women of pure faith wish to make offerings to the Medicine Buddha, they should first make an image of this Buddha and then place it upon a pure, clean altar. They should scatter all kinds of flowers, burn all varieties of incense that adorn the place with banners and pennants. For 7 days and nights, they should adhere to the 8 precepts, consume only pure food, bathe and perfume themselves, put on clean fresh clothes and keep them clothing and keep their minds undefiled, free of anger and malice. They should develop feelings of kindness, compassion, joy, and giving toward all sentient beings, while bringing them benefits, peace, and happiness. They should play music and sing their praise and sing the praises of the medicine Buddha while circumambulating his image in right were closewise direction variable. They should they should bear in mind his merits, virtues, and past vows while reading and reciting Sutra, reflecting on its meaning and explaining it to others. Whatever the wish will then be fulfilled, whether it be longevity, wealth, or anything else, such as the visual positions or the birth of sons and daughters. Moreover, if any sentient being suddenly suffer that males and witness all kinds of evil omens, such as flocks, strange birds, or hundreds of omen signs throughout their homes, then only venerate the unamazing Buddha with all kinds of wonderful offerings, and the nightmares, evil omens, and inauspicious signs will all disappear, no longer able to cause them harm. If any sentient beings are in favor of water, fire, knives, poison, falling off a precipice, on various bears of vicious beasts such as wild elements, lions, tigers, wolves, bears, venomous snakes, scorpions, centipedes, millipedes, infectious mosquitoes, and gnats. Then it only sing mightily recall and recite the name of Medicine Buddha while respectfully making offerings to him, and they will escape all these terrors. If a country should be subject to a foreign invasion, banditry, or rebellion, the inhabitants need only recall and recite the name of the Medicine Buddha while paying homage to him, and all these calamities will likewise disappear. Moreover, Manjushri, there are men and women of pure faith who throughout the lands have all worshipped any deities that have single-mindedly take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, and upheld their precepts. The 5 or 10 lay precepts, the 400 Bodhisattva precepts, the 250 bhikshuni, or 500 bhikshuni precepts. However, if any of them have violated the precepts they have taken and feel falling onto the evil path, they should concentrate on reciting the name of Medicine Buddha and respectfully make offerings to him. They will then certainly avoid the rebels on the 3 evil paths. If women who experience extreme pain during childbirth can, with utmost sincerity, recite the name of Medicine Buddha, praise, venerate, and make offerings, they will be relieved of their suffering. The children born to them will be without defects, attractive young parents, causing these who will see them and rejoice. They will be endowed with keen senses and intelligence, along with a calm disposition. They will seldom become ill, nor will evil spirits sap their vital energy. The Woodland One then asked Ananda, I've just toward the merits and virtues of Medicine Buddha. These merits and virtues are the extremely profound practices of a Buddhist, but difficult to explain. Do you have faith in them or not? Ananda respectfully replied, a great virtues were the only one. I do not have any doubts about the futures preached by the Tathagatas one, because it is the Tathagatas karma, body, speech, and mind are all pure. Only one, the sun and moon may fall, Mount Shumira, the majestic king of mountains may tremble, but the words of the Buddhas can never change our one. Sensation beings whose rules of faith are deficient may hear of the sublime practices of the Buddhas and think, how can we obtain these merits, virtues, and great advantages just by reciting the name of Medicine Buddha alone? Because of this lack of faith, they even develop disparaging thoughts, thus forfeiting great benefits and remaining in the long dark night of ignorance. They descend onto the evil path, revolving along them without end. The Buddha then said to Ananda, if these sentient beings should hear the name of the Medicine Buddha single-mindedly recite and hold fast to it without humbling doubts, then it will be impossible for them to sink onto the evil path. Ananda, these extremely profound practices of Buddha is difficult to believe in, difficult to understand. Yet you are not able to accept them. You should realize that it is all due to the awesome power of the Tathagatas. Ananda, even the Shravakus, Brahma Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas who have not reached the 10 grand stages cannot understand and believe in these truths. Only the Bodhisattvas who are one life away from Buddhahood can. Ananda, a human rebirth is difficult to achieve. However, to believe in, respect, and honor the tribute is even more difficult. To hear the name of the Medicine Buddha is more difficult still. Ananda, the Medicine Buddha has cultivated countless Bodhisattva practices, employed countless skillful means, and made countless of origin vows. If I were to take a year or more to recount them, the year would come to an end before I could exhaustively describe all these wonderful practices, vows, and skillful means. At that time, great Bodhisattva in the assembly named Salvation arose from his seat, adjusted his robe to bear his right shoulder, knelt on his right knee, bowed, and with palm joined, respectfully addressed the Buddha. A great virtuous one in the Dhamma semblance age. There will be sentient beings who suffer numerous calamities and always sick and emaciated, unable to eat or drink. Their strength dry and limbs parched, their eyes seeking darkness everywhere. As the sense of death appear, they are surrounded by parents, family, friends, and the ones who master the wonderful Dharma, weeping and lamenting. As such a patient lies in bed, he sees the messengers of Yama arrive to his consciousness before this king of justice. Now, all sentient beings have important spirits who record everything they do, both their transgressions and their merits. These spirits then present the patient's entire record to the king Yama. At that time, the king visioned the dying person and tabulates his good and bad karma before deciding upon his fate. The king questioned the dying person and tabulates his good and bad karma before deciding upon his fate. If at that point the relatives and the ones who are proficient in wonderful dharma of the patient are able to take refuge in the word of Medicine Buddha on his behalf, invite monks and nuns to recite this sutra, like 70 odd lamps and hum multicolored the longevity balance, his consciousness may return then and there, and he will see himself clearly as though in a dream. Or else after 7, 21, 35, or 49 days, when his consciousness returns as if awaking from a dream, he will recall his good and bad karma and the consequences thereof. Having personally witnessed the consequences of karma, he would never again create evil karma, even if his life is in danger. Therefore, men and women of pure faith should uphold the name of Medicine Buddha, venerate and make offerings to him according to the means. Another then asked the Bodhisattva salvation, good man, how should we venerate and make offerings to the world of Medicine Buddha, and how should we make the longevity balance and the penance and the lamps? The Bodhisattva salvation replied, virtuous one, in order to help the patient recover, you should adhere to the 8 precepts of the 7 days and 7 nights, make offerings of food, drink, and other necessities to your group of monks and nuns in accordance with your means. Pay homage and respectfully make offerings to the word of Medicine Buddha 6 times a day and recite this usual 49 times. You should light 49 lamps, make 7 images of Medicine Buddha, and place 7 lamps, each as large as hardware, each as large as hardware before each image. Let them burn continually for 49 days and nights. You should also make multicolored banners, 49 hands length long. Furthermore, you should release 49 species of animals, thus sparing the lives. The patient may then escape the danger, and escape danger will not be under the spell of evil demons, not subject to untimely death. Moreover, and when the anointed Kshatriya commercial kings found themselves beset by calamities such as epidemics, foreign invasion, internal insurrection, adverse alignment of the stars, and eclipse of suns of the sun of the moon. and season milestones of a failure of the monsoons. They should develop compassionate feelings toward all sentient beings. They should also pardon prisoners and make offerings to the Medicine Buddha in accordance with the rites described earlier. Thanks to these good roots and the power of the Medicine Buddha's past bonds, peace and stability will immediately return to the affected countries. The rains and winds will be favorable, crops will be ripe on time, and everyone will be healthy and happy. The country will be free of evil yakshas out to harm the populace. All the evil omens will immediately disappear, and these anointed Kshatriya kings will enjoy greater longevity and vitality, van appearance, as well as greater health and freedom than ever before. Oh, Ananda, the queens, princes, princesses, royal heirs, great ministers, con ladies, officials, or commoners who suffer Commoners who suffers disease and other misfortunes should make offerings to the Medicine Buddha. They should make multicolored longevity banners, lamps, ensuring that they burn continually. Liberate all kinds of animals, scatter flowers of various colors, and burn various kinds of incense renowned for their fragrance. They will then recover from disease and keep misfortune. Ananda then asked the Bodhisattva sufficient, good man, how can an expiring lifespan be lessened? The Bodhisattva sufficient replied, virtuous one, did not hear the Tathagata explain the 9 forms of untimely days. I would urge everyone to make longevity bonus and lamps and cultivate merits and virtues. Thanks to such cultivation, they will escape suffering and misfortunes throughout their lives. Ananda further asked, what are the 9 forms of untimely days? The Bodhisattva sufficient replied, some sentient beings contract a minor illness which goes untreated for lack of a physician or medicine, or else, even though there is a physician, he prescribes the wrong medicine, causing premature death. All the patients believe the false pronouncement of earthly demons, hereticals, practitioners, a practitioner of black magic may panic, unable to calm their minds. They may then engage in divination or perform animal sacrifices in order to propitiate the spirit's brain for blessings and longevity, or in vain. Through ignorance, confusion, reliance on wrong embodied views, they meet with untimely days and sink into the hills with no end in sight. This is the first form of untimely days. The second form is execution by royal decree. The third is losing one's vitality to the demons through hunting, gambling, debauchery, and drunkenness or extreme disposition. The fourth is death by fire. The fifth is death by drowning. The sixth is being devoured by animals. The seventh is falling off a mountain or cliff. The eighth is death by poison. Incarnations, evil mantras or demons raised from the dead. Demons raised from the dead. The ninth is from hunger, thirst for lack of food and water. These are the 9 forms of untimely days mentioned by the Tathagatas. There are also countless other forms which are too numerous to describe. Moreover, Ananda, King Yama is responsible for keeping the karmic riches of everyone in the world. If sentient beings have been unfamiliar, committed to the five cardinal sins and sins disparaged the tribute or broken the laws of the land or violated the measure of precepts, King Yama will mete out punishment according to the infraction. Therefore, I urge sentient beings to light lamps, make banners, celebrate animals, and cultivate merits in order to avoid suffering and misfortune. At that time, there were 12 powerful Yaksha generals in the great assembly named Kubira, Vajra, Mihira, Andira, Anila, Sandila, Indra, Raja, Makara, Sindura, Kantara, and Vikarala. This was accompanied by a retinue of 7,000 yakshas. They raised their voices in unison and said respectfully to the Buddha, "Oh, what Anwan, today, thanks to the Buddha's awesome power, we have succeeded in hearing the name of the Medicine Buddha and no longer fear descending onto the evil path. Together with one mind, we take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha for the rest of our lives and pledge to support all sentient beings, bringing them genuine benefits and joy. Wherever this teacher circulates our river, the sentient beings call her fast to name a medicine Buddha and respectfully make offerings to him. Whether in villages, towns, kingdoms, or in the wilderness, we will all protect them. We will release them from all suffering and calamities and see to it that all the wishes are fulfilled. Sentient beings afflicted by disease and calamity and wishing to escape should also read and recite literature. They should note the names with multicolored strands, untying them when their wishes are fulfilled. Thereupon, Buddhist community praised the great Yaksha generals with these words. Good indeed, great Yaksha generals. Those of you who wish to repay the benevolence and the virtues of what unmentioned Buddha should always benefit and bring joy to all sentient beings in this way. Ananda then asked the Buddha, "Well, Anuma, what should we call this teaching and how should we adhere to it, put it into practice?" Buddha Shakyamuni replied to Ananda, "These teachings called the Bodhisattvas, merits, and virtues of the Medicine Buddha, or the Dharanya of the bonds of the 12 Yaksha generals to benefit sentient beings, or eradicating of all karmic obstacles. You should uphold it as such." When Buddha Shakyamuni finished speaking, the great Bodhisattvas, as well as the great Shavakas, kings, ministers, Brahmins, laypersons, devas, Nagas, Yakshas, Gandharvas, Ashuras, Garudas, Kinnaras, Maharajas, and other human and non-human beings all rejoiced at the Buddha's words. They faithfully accepted them and put them into practice. Sutra of the Medicine Buddha, Lapis Lazuli, Radiance of the Gata, is Padman's merits and virtues, homage to the Medicine Buddha's great assembly of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Homage to the Medicine Buddha's great assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Homage to Shakyamuni Buddha. Homage to our comment Benny. Thank you for listening. Now that's all for today. Yeah, I read it so fast and hopefully you can listen to it. You can follow it up. Thank you.